Chapter 71 Xiao Ding, Xiao Li, Second Update. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Stone watching is not far from watching. Su Yun arrived at stone watching after flying for 2.5 hours. Su Yun is now wearing a white robe. His face is not handsome, but it gives people a peaceful feeling. He held a dark red short stick in his right hand, which was exactly the one he used when confronting the ice snake before. When Su Yun entered Stone Desert City, he didn't take the initiative to find the two Xiao family brothers. His current status is the arrogance of a powerful force who came out to practice, so there is no reason for him to take the initiative to come to the door. When he entered the city, he was dressed in white, and anyone with a discerning eye could tell that he was a little white who had just arrived. Su Yun walked in the city with a map in his hand, looking confused and lost. On the other side, the base of the Desert Iron Mercenary Group, the mercenary was rushing to the hall. Two heads, there is news. The mercenary was obviously anxious. When he came to the hall, he was short of breath and panting heavily. At this time, two young men were sitting in the hall. One of them looked elegant, and the other had a hint of ferocity in his eyes, like a hungry wolf. These are Xiao Yan's two elder brothers, Xiao Ding and Xiao Li. Xiao Ding frowned. News, what news? Hurry up. It is the man you ordered before, who will appear nearby in the near future, holding a short black stick. His appearance is ordinary, but handsome. Hearing this, Xiao Ding and Xiao Li looked at each other, and they could see the joy in each other's eyes. Where is he? Xiao Li hurriedly asked. Just entered the city. Brother, how about it, shall we go to meet such a proud man now? Xiao Li asked Xiao Ding. No, we don't know now whether that Master Han told this Zhang Tianjiao about our Modi mercenary group. It's too abrupt to contact him rashly. In addition, although the appearance is completely similar, it cannot be determined that this person is that Zhang Tianjiao. Hearing Xiao Ding's words, Xiao Li also calmed down. Indeed, the elder brother is right. However, even though you can't contact him rashly, you can't miss the opportunity when it comes. Why don't you and I observe secretly to see if this person is really that Zhang Tianjiao? Of the two brothers, Xiao Ding has always been making decisions. Xiao Li nodded. Listen to big brother. The two did what they said, and left the station. The mercenaries led the way, and they saw Su Yun holding a map on the road in the dark, with a puzzled expression on his face. Here comes the fish. Su Yun pretended to be puzzled, and an imperceptible smile flashed across his face. This Qinglian earth core fire is in the underground magma. If he doesn't have a good hand at detecting the terrain, it's really hard for him to find the entrance. Soul power is not omnipotent. This is why in the original book, it was Xiao Ding and Xiao Li who led the entire Modi mercenary group to help Xiao Yan find the entrance. Otherwise, Yao Lao's soul power will be swept away. Wouldn't it be enough? Yao Lao can't even do it, let alone the current carpet search with soul power is possible, but it is time-consuming and labor-intensive. With his soul power, I'm afraid it will take several months to find it. There are ready-made people who can use it, so why should you suffer the pain yourself? His investment in Zhao's family will be recovered bit by bit from now on, and it is worth the money. After all, it's just some first-grade pills. Su Yun didn't seem to notice the two of them, looked at the map, and walked slowly on the street by himself. On the other side, Xiao Li frowned and said to Xiao Ding. I can't feel anything, there is no fluctuation of fighting spirit, and I can't judge his strength at all. If you can feel it, there is a ghost. If it is really the Zhang Xiaofan mentioned in the father's letter, his strength is beyond what you and I can imagine. Xiao Ding scolded with a smile, but Xiao Li didn't make a sound. Xiao Ding was a little puzzled. According to what he knew about his second brother, no matter what, he had to argue with him. Xiao Ding looked at Xiao Li, but saw that his eyes didn't know his body at all, but looked at his back, lost in thought. You two know me? Xiao Ding was startled, and quickly turned to look at the street again, only to see that there were only a few passers-by on the street, and the figure holding the map and the dark stick had disappeared. Cold sweat broke out from his forehead, and one hand rested on Xiao Ding's shoulder. Xiao Ding's body trembled, only feeling a great fear behind his back. Turning around slowly, the boy in white was looking at him suspiciously. A trace of bitterness flashed in Xiao Ding's heart. Is this what my father said in the letter? Is he the arrogance of the spirit Dou at the age of 16? Just at this moment, Xiao Ding was almost certain that this young man was that Zhang Xiaofan, the two invited Su Yun to the base of the Modi mercenary group. After some explanation, Su Yun looked suddenly enlightened. I see. Deacon Han mentioned me in your family before. Yes. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li nodded quickly. After explaining the matter clearly, the two of them were relieved. From their point of view, this person in front of them was a genuine fighting spirit fighter. If they misunderstood, they might be able to wipe out their Desert Iron mercenary group with one hand. After all, in their so-called mercenary group, the two fighters with the highest strength are just them. Su Yun spared his head, with an embarrassed and honest look on his face. How should I put it? In fact, this matter should be that Deacon Han is afraid that I will go out to practice for the first time in the sect, and wants the two to take care of me. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li believed in the simple and honest appearance of the person in front of them. During these conversations, it is not difficult for them to see that although this Zhang Tianjiao is powerful and talented, he seems to have no deep experience in the world. Speaking of which, I haven't asked the two captains what to call them. Xiao Ding. Xiao Li. Hearing this, Su Yun was taken aback, and asked Xiao Ding. Your name is Xiao Ding. Xiao Ding was a little puzzled. That's right, my name is Xiao Ding. What's wrong? That's a coincidence, my master is also called Xiao Ding. Xiao Ding was a little ashamed. Zhang Xiaofan's strength is so high, so his master can still get it. I actually have the same name as this person. Well, that's a coincidence. The teacher should be a powerful senior. Su Yun nodded, secretly smiling. That's the creator god who is as famous as Tudo. Can he not be strong? Su Yun looked at Xiao Ding's reaction quite interestingly. If he remembered correctly, Xiao Ding became famous several years before Tudo. Tudo set Xiao Ding as Xiao Yan's elder brother in Fight Pa, and Xiao Yan's achievements as the protagonist are much higher than Xiao Ding's. In fact, it was also his expectation of himself. The genius is not Xiao Yan, but the silkworm potato who wrote Dou Qi at the age of 19. Su Yun was a little confused. The person in front of the computer might spend his entire life chasing after the two of them. Hee. Su Yun came back to his senses and said to Xiao Ding and Xiao Li. Two heads, there is one thing, I wonder if I can ask you two to help. Chapter 72 Convincing Others with Reasoning, the third one. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiao Ding said quickly. Brother Zhang, just say it. Xiao Li also nodded at the side. One more friend and one more path, not to mention that this friend is also a strong fighting spirit. Su Yun secretly laughed in his heart. The foreshadowing at Zhao's house was for this time. From the system space, Su Yun took out a map that marked the approximate location of Qinglian's Earth core fire. Please look at this map, both of you. Su Yun put the map on the table and spread it out. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li leaned over. Look, both of you, there are 3 flame-shaped marks on this map. From what you can see, which of these 3 places is closest to us? The two looked at the map carefully, frowning. What a neat map. A trace of surprise flashed in Xiao Ding's eyes. Xiao Li pointed to one of the flame marks and said to Su Yun. Here, Brother Zhang, this place should be to the east of our stone desert city. Xiao Ding glanced at it and nodded. Seeing this, Su Yun was overjoyed that it was here. He didn't know much about Stone Desert City, so he couldn't tell where this vast place was in the city. For this kind of thing, he still had to find the local snakes, which came quickly. As for asking Haibudong to come and help in person, don't even think about it. The location of the Stone Desert City was a long distance away from the hinterland of the Great Tagore Desert, but it was also enough for Queen Medusa to sense the seal in Haibudong's body. I got the news from the elders of the division. Among the 3 flame signs, one has an underground passage, and there are things in it that are helpful for my practice. I don't know if there are people in the Desert Iron mercenary group who are good at exploring the terrain. Yes. Xiao Ding nodded quickly. Then I'll leave it to the 2 captains. If you succeed in finding this place, Xiaofan will thank you very much. Su Yun clasped his fists at the 2 of them. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li quickly agreed, and then sent people to help Su Yun explore the passage. Su Yun and the 2 came to the east of Stone Desert City, looking at the endless desert, feeling a little anxious again. In the original book, Qinglian sensed the energy fluctuations when Queen Medusa came to fetch Qinglian's heart fire, so you can find a more precise place, but he can't. Now that girl Qinglian doesn't know where she is at all, let alone Queen Medusa. if she has already come, there is nothing wrong with her. Su Yun shook his head, suppressing the uneasiness in his heart. Everything is ready, only the last step is left. How can I give up? The Great Tagore Desert is so huge, even if it is only east of Stone Desert City, it cannot be explored in a short time. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li led the entire Modi mercenary group and searched here for 7 days, but found nothing. Su Yun is not in a hurry. The more critical it is, the more calm he will be. It is still more than a year before Medusa takes Qinglian's heart, let alone fire. It's just that Su Yun is not in a hurry. Some people are starting to worry, not from the Modi mercenary group, nor from Xiao Ding and Xiao Li. It was the other forces in Stone Desert City. For the past 7 days, the Modi mercenary group has searched here with great fanfare, causing quite a stir. The various forces in Stone Desert City naturally heard the wind. He thought that the Desert Iron mercenary group had discovered some treasure and was digging, planning to come over to share a piece of the pie. On this day, when Su Yun was exploring the terrain with the members of the Modi mercenary group, a group of people came to the door. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li are leading people to confront them. You guys from the Sand mercenary group are here, what do you want to do? Xiao Li's voice was deep and low, with a hint of sinister in his brows. Don't look at them bowing down to Su Yun, nodding and bowing. This is all based on Su Yun's high strength. Under other circumstances, the two brothers of the Xiao family are not easy to talk to, especially when facing enemies. A middle-aged man standing in front, obviously the leader, smiled. Heh, this is not the place for your Modi mercenary group. We come whenever we want. Why? Is there any dark secret here? This middle-aged man is named Rob, and he is the head of the Sand mercenary group. Xiao Ding rolled his eyes and was about to say something when Su Yun came from behind. Brother Zhang. Xiao Ding greeted Su Yun when he saw him. Su Yun nodded to Xiao Ding with a smile, and then Kai Jin turned his gaze to Rob, with a gleam of coldness flashing in his eyes. Prevent me from looking for treasure, this person already has a way to die. My friend, what are you doing here? Rob was taken aback when he heard the words. What's going on? Why did the Modi mercenary group quietly change the speaker? Rob looked at Xiao Ding and Xiao Li, and felt a little uneasy when he saw that they were dominated by Su Yun. These two people are not idle people, but now they are the only young people who follow the lead. Abnormal. Could it be that this person is a strong person at the level of a great fighter? Thinking of this, a trace of jealousy flashed in Rob's heart. He only had the cultivation level of a great fighter when he was in middle age. This person is only about 16 years old, and he is actually in the same realm as me. Rob was upset, and his tone became rushed. What's the matter? How about we want you out of here? With a calm face, Su Yun took out the dark stick from the system space. My friend, you have to pay attention to first come, first served. You are unreasonable. A look of disdain flashed across Rob's face. Reasonable? Humph, as expected, he is just a young man who has not experienced much in the world. Rob activated the vindictiveness in his body, and the vindictive armor was put on his body. Dou Qi Transformation Armor. Humph, in this world, big fists make sense. With that said, Rob rushed directly to Su Yun. In his opinion, such a young man, even if he has the cultivation of a great dosher, definitely doesn't have time to hone his fighting skills. Compared with a mercenary like him who adds blood to the tip of his knife, his actual combat ability will not be too strong. Su Yun grinned. Then don't blame me for convincing people with reasoning. He didn't use any fighting skills, but simply poured fighting energy into the dark short stick, and a blood red was all over the stick. The moment Rob rushed in front of him, he smashed the short stick on his head. The strength reaches Dou Ling, and the dosher is completely 2 levels. With the soaring quality of Dou Qi, even if it is just running Dou Qi, its power is not bad. An ordinary fighter like Rob, let alone resist, is not even qualified to react. The moment the short stick in Su Yun's hand touched Rob's head, there was a muffled sound. His head exploded in response, and red and white things were scattered on the desert, adding some embellishments to the monotonous color. It was no surprise that an ant of this level would be sorry for his luxurious configuration even if he made the second move. Behind Su Yun, both Xiao Ding and Xiao Li were shocked. Is this the fighting spirit powerhouse? Rob, who had troubled them for so long, was killed by such a simple stick. The members of the Sand mercenary group who followed Rob were frightened and fled in all directions. Holding the dark short stick in his hand, Su Yun walked toward Xiao Ding and Xiao Li, and patted their heads honestly. My master told me before going out that you have to convince people with reasoning. Did I do anything wrong? The two shuddered, looked at the short stick in Su Yun's hand, and nodded quickly. Well, convince people with reason. Chapter 73 Passage, First Update. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. After finishing Rob, no force dared to disturb him. Among the mercenary groups in Stone Desert City, the strength of the Modi mercenary group ranks among the top 3. The Sand mercenary group created by Rob is the strongest, and now that the most powerful forces have been repulsed, others naturally dare not touch their brows. The fleeing members of the Sand mercenary corps also spread the news of Su Yun's instant killing of Rob, letting people know that the Modi mercenary corps has a powerful man. This is also the reason why Su Yun didn't kill them all at that time. Time flies, and after more than a month, finally, good news came from the Modi mercenary group. Su Yun and the Xiao family brothers were overseeing the work, when a mercenary hurried over here with an excited smile on his face. The two regiment leaders, Brother Zhang, found it. Su Yun tried his best to let the members of the Modi mercenary group do their best, but he promised them that whoever finds the passage first will be given a mysterious fighting skill. Hearing this, Su Yun was ecstatic in his heart, and couldn't help showing a smile on his face. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li on the side also had a gleam of joy on their faces. After searching for so long, they were also a little apprehensive, wondering if the so-called underground passage really happened to be here. With a flash, Su Yun appeared in front of the mercenary. The mercenary's eyes shrank, and it was too late to react. Under the effect of inertia, his body slammed into Su Yun. Su Yun stretched out a hand to put on his shoulder, and with a little force, he helped him stabilize his figure. So much strength. The mercenary felt the strength from his shoulders, and a trace of fear flashed in his eyes. Seemingly feeling that the mercenary was frightened, Su Yun rubbed his shoulders for him with a soft voice. So like this? Scared? Hearing this, the mercenary quickly waved his hand. It's okay, Brother Zhang. Su Yun nodded and urged. Okay, since that's the case, take me to have a look. The mercenary nodded hurriedly, turned around and led the way. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li at the back looked at each other and followed. Su Yun and the Xiao family brothers ran with the mercenaries for about 10 minutes, and arrived at a sandy ground with some subsidence. With a shovel beside them, Su Yun went down, his eyes narrowed, and the huge soul force came out through his body, probing towards the collapsed place. There is a very hot breath, with a hint of tyranny. The energy of the fire attribute in the collapsed area is obviously much higher than that in the surrounding areas. Su Yun was certain in his heart that it was probably here. Turning around, he said to the two brothers of the Xiao family. It should be here. Please call other people to dig this place. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li heard the words and quickly called the nearby mercenaries over. 20 or so people worked hard for a stick of incense, and a hole appeared in front of everyone. Su Yun grinned, intense heat appeared in his eyes, and the corners of his mouth could not be suppressed from turning up. Brother Zhang, do we need to send someone down to check if it's safe? Xiao Ding proposed to Su Yun. No need, everyone in the Desert Iron mercenary group has helped me a lot, so I can just go down by myself. Su Yun waved his hand. He is very clear about the following situation. These mercenaries followed, and had no effect other than sending them to death. Hearing this, Xiao Ding did not force himself. Obviously, he also knew that if Su Yun, who is a strong fighter, would be in danger, they would not be able to help him. At this time, Xiao Li, who was on the side, suddenly made a sound. If we don't strengthen the sand layer on the ground, otherwise the sand layer will collapse. I'm afraid even with the strength of Brother Zhang, there will be some troubles in getting out. Xiao Ding nodded seriously. They have been wandering in the desert for a long time, so they naturally know the danger. Su Yun smiled in his heart and cupped his hands. Then thank you. Among other things, these two brothers can be regarded as sincere people. Although they have the idea of building a relationship, they are still considerate and do their best. This kind of person is more reassuring than those who threaten and lure him to help. That's why he didn't choose to hire people to help temporarily, but started the layout from the Xiao family and asked them to help sincerely. Otherwise, he would never know when he was stabbed in the back by the villain, after entering the cave. If someone fills the cave with a huge amount of sand from above, he might be in big trouble. I'm going to ask everyone above. I'm going down. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li nodded at Su Yun. Leave it to us with confidence. Su Yun jumped into the cave. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li immediately gathered all the members of the Modi mercenary group and guarded the place strictly. Listen well, even if it is death, you can't let the unruly people approach the entrance of the cave. I hope that there are no people in the Modi mercenary group who are greedy for life and afraid of death. Yes. Hearing this, Xiao Ding and Xiao Li nodded in satisfaction. Brother Zhang and Master Han came from the same school. Master Han also helped the Xiao family and their third brother a lot. Just for this relationship, they will risk their lives to protect the whole. After Su Yun entered the cave entrance, he used his soul perception to feel the energy fluctuations in the cave. The closer to the magma below, the more intense the fire attribute energy will be. Su Yun explored carefully, and after a while, he was at the end of the passage. Hot magma flows in it, and huge fiery red bubbles emerge, which explode from time to time, making a soft noise, splashing a little magma. Su Yun licked his lips. Just for a while, he felt his mouth was dry. The temperature is really high. Even with his current physical strength, if he enters the magma unsuspectingly, he will probably evaporate in the magma after a quarter of an hour at most. As soon as Su Yun thought up to this point, he circulated the fighting energy in his body and sent it to his back. Xian Wing emerged from behind, exuding a lavender light. Su Yun flew over the magma, and sweat began to break out from his head. Su Yun sensed the situation in the magma, narrowed his eyes, and something came over. Just when Su Yun's thoughts flashed, the magma below suddenly burst out with a loud noise, and giant snakes shot out violently. The huge head opened its bloody mouth and bit Su Yun. Su Yun grinned, waiting for you. A cold light appeared on his right hand, and he swung the fiery red long sword. With the transmission of fighting energy, a bright red and cold light appeared on the sword body, and he slashed at the big mouth that suddenly appeared in front of him. Blazing Universe Slash. This high-level mysterious level fighting skill was mastered by Su Yun with a 4th-level magic core. Under the crazily infused Dou Qi in Su Yun's body, he wielded a huge condensed sword energy. This sword energy is red and blue, hot and cold coexist, revealing an unknown and weird feeling. Su Yun did not use a single fire attribute fighting energy, but the unique ice-fire fighting energy of Fenhan Ju. It was too late to say it, but it was so fast at that time. The ice and fire sword energy collided with the snake's head, and a roar made people's eardrums hurt. The giant snake let out a painful neigh, and its head swirled over the magma, hitting the soil layer. Chapter 74 Two-Headed Fire Spirit Snake, Second Update. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Urging the Xian wings, Su Yun's figure flitted over the magma, and in a blink of an eye, he came to the side of the giant snake. With great strength, the fiery red long sword slashed at the snake's head. At this time, the magma exploded again, and another snake's head popped out, hitting Su Yun. Sensing the danger coming from below, Su Yun immediately turned around, with the long sword behind his back, and the veins in his left hand popped out. Octopus collapse. The fist collided with the attacking snake's head, and there was a muffled sound, and Su Yun's body was pushed back 1 meter by the force of the shock. The huge snake's head didn't get much better, and fell towards the magma. Su Yun suppressed the numbness from his left hand, clenched his fist, and his fighting spirit surged, shouted in a low voice. Burst! That there was a muffled sound from the snake's head falling downward in the air. A trace of pain and hatred flashed through the humanized eyes of the other snake head. The human's punch just now was nothing, but the strange attack afterwards directly blasted its other head from the inside. Feel the burning and biting cold from the only remaining head. The hatred in the snake pupils deepened. Su Yun fixed his eyes on the two-headed fire spirit snake in front of him, and there was a flash of greed in his eyes. This double-headed fire spirit snake has survived in this magma for a long time, and is very clear about the location of Qinglian's inner fire, even if he doesn't have Qinglian's green snake three-flower pupil, but he has a system. Just stun the two-headed fire spirit snake, and then use the system's recycling function to extract its memory. Thinking of this, the greed in Su Yun's eyes became even worse. Su Yun put away the fiery red sword in his right hand. Now he has not learned any ground-level fighting skills. I just used Bajabang to destroy one of its snake heads by surprise, but it was not that simple after that. The fourth-order monsters are not low in intelligence, so they will definitely be on guard against them and won't let him get close easily. if you want to rely on your own strength alone, it is difficult to tell the winner in a short period of time. Fighting energy surged in his body, mobilizing the cold fire of bone spirit in the system space and the three kinds of beast fire in his body. Su Yun put his hands together, the flames on both hands changed strangely, and the four flames fused together strangely, forming a four-color fire lotus in Su Yun's hand. Seeing Su Yun's movements, the two-headed fire spirit snake felt a little uneasy, but just now Su Yun smashed its snake's head with a punch, making it a little afraid and dare not go forward casually. It's just that as the energy fluctuations in Su Yun's hands became larger and larger, a trace of fear flashed in the humanized eyes of the two-headed fire spirit snake. I can't sit still any longer. A hint of fierceness flashed in the eyes of the two-headed fire spirit snake, and the body under the magma flipped, stirring the magma into chaos. A column of magma suddenly erupted, attacking Su Yun. The excellent soul perception keenly sensed the danger, and a trace of coldness flashed in his eyes. The part of the battle energy that originally flowed towards the hands was transmitted to the back. Purple light flashed on the purple cloud wings, and an afterimage passed over the magma, and escaped the attack of the magma column at the critical moment. The grudge in his hand was still fluctuating smoothly, without fluctuating. Most of Su Yun's soul power and grudge were placed on the fire Lotus. This time, the Zihua he extracted from the bone spirit cold fire was different from last time. This double-headed fire spirit snake has extraordinary potential. Although it is not as flexible as the ice snake in the Warcraft Mountains, its body strength is quite high, and it cannot be killed by the previous volume. The power of the Buddha's Fury Lotus is huge, but the consumption is not small. Not only does it consume battle energy, it is even a test of soul power. If there is not enough soul power to maintain the balance of the flames, the fire lotus may explode in his hands before it is formed. Looking at the fire lotus formed in his hand, Su Yun let out a loud laugh. Your time has come. Su Yun quickly flew towards the two-headed fire spirit snake. Seeing Su Yun gradually approaching, fear finally flashed in the eyes of the two-headed fire spirit snake, and the snake body began to retreat, gradually fleeing into the magma. Su Yun grinned. This distance is enough. In that short time just now, the distance between Su Yun and the two-headed fire spirit snake has been shortened a lot. Bajabang cannot be cast at such a distance, but the power of the fire lotus explosion in his hand can already affect this beast. Su Yun threw the fire lotus forward, his heart moved, his figure disappeared, and then appeared in the system space. Without Su Yun's support, the four flames that originally formed the fire lotus violently rioted. The rosette and lotus leaves immediately swelled and exploded. The double-headed fire spirit snake that hadn't retreated into the magma was about to split open, but the snake's body had no time to retreat, so it naturally watched the explosion sweeping towards it. Boom! That a loud noise erupted from the sky above the magma, blasting the magma into a riot and splashing onto the soil layer. The body of the two-headed fire spirit snake was ripped apart, and the flames raged in it. The only remaining snake head was severely injured again and passed out. The body of the double-headed fire spirit snake gradually fell, and at this moment, Su Yun suddenly appeared above the magma and flew towards the double-headed fire spirit snake. Press the body of the double-headed fire spirit snake with both hands, and feel the soul power carefully. Su Yun heaved a sigh of relief. Fortunately, he was not killed by the bombing, and he was still alive. After getting the system all these years, he still hasn't fully figured out the function, whether the dead creature can still bring up the memory. He doesn't know. The state of Yao Lao's soul body is still too special, and there is no reference value. The body of a monster is strong, but its soul is weak. It is only a fourth-order monster. Maybe the soul has dissipated at the moment of death. To avoid long nights and dreams, Su Yun immediately gave instructions to the system. System, extract the memory of the two-headed fire spirit snake. Ding! It was detected that the two-headed fire spirit snake is in a coma state, which meets the extraction requirements. Ding! The extraction was successful. The greed in Su Yun's eyes resurfaced again. His right hand condensed his fighting spirit, and punched the only remaining head of the double-headed fire spirit snake. Octopus collapse. Burst. Su Yun gave a low snort, and a muffled sound came from its head. Can't die anymore. Su Yun nodded in satisfaction, and put the two-headed fire spirit snake into the system space. Speaking of which, he hasn't eaten snake meat yet, so he can try something new when he has time. thinking of this, the image of the little fairy doctor appeared in Su Yun's heart again. Although his craftsmanship is not bad, it is not delicious. If Sienna is around, he will definitely be able to feast his mouth. It's almost time, absorb Qinglian's earth heart fire, and then help Hebedong refine the breaking evil pill. Then I can go back to see Sienna. Su Yun threw these thoughts out of his mind. Why do you think of her every so often? Su Yun was feeling melancholy again. It was impossible for him to meet a girl as good as Sienna in his previous life. With this in mind, Su Yun came to the system space. System, realized the memory of the two-headed fire spirit snake. At this time, a screen made of soul power suddenly appeared in Su Yun's mind. The memory of the two-headed fire spirit snake is different from that of Yao Lao. In the memory of the two-headed fire spirit snake, the only thing that is useful to him is the position of Qinglian's heart fire, and he is not interested in other things. Chapter 75 Qinglian Earth Heart Fire, Queen Medusa, 3rd Update. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. As for Yao Lao's memory, he chose to let the system transfer the part of cultivation and medicine refining to him directly by means of empowerment. This left him a lot of time in cultivation and alchemist. Su Yun watched carefully, using his soul power to touch the screen, adjust the playback speed and choose to jump. After half an hour, Su Yun finally locked on the location of Qinglian's heart fire. Su Yun was overjoyed. Hee. Another step closer, Su Yun licked his dry lips, took out the water bag and took a big sip of water, then sat down cross-legged, recovering the vindictiveness consumed by fighting the two-headed fire spirit snake before. An hour later, the grudge was recovered. With a thought, Su Yun reappeared above the magma, and slowly flew towards the magma. After half an hour, the magma has returned to calm, but the huge heat contained in it still makes people dare not underestimate it. Near the magma, the Dou Qi in Su Yun's body circulated, shuttling through various meridians. Flame cover. A shield with no dead ends enveloped Su Yun. A gleam flashed in Su Yun's eyes. This fighting skill is specially prepared for this time. The protective ability of the flame cover only has the effect of high-level mysterious level against other forms of attack, but it can exert a miraculous effect against the attack and erosion of fire attribute energy. The effect is comparable to low-level fighting skills of the earth level. Without hesitation, under the protection of the flame cover, he directly plunged into the magma. With a plop, Su Yun's figure was submerged in it. After entering the magma, Su Yun frowned as he felt the consumption of battle energy in his body. This consumption is not generally large, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't want to just dive under the flame cover. With a thought, Su Yun's body returned to the system space. With another thought, Su Yun reappeared in the magma, but the strange thing is that Su Yun deviated from the original position by a full 5 meters. Su Yun grinned. Haha, when he comes out of the system space, it doesn't mean that he can only appear in the same place, but can appear at the maximum distance scanned by the system according to his needs. In the fighting spirit stage, the scanning range of the system is 1 meter in radius. Fighters, 2 meters in radius. Fighter, 3 meters in radius. Big fighter, 4 meters in radius. Now that he has broken through the realm of fighting spirits, the current limit distance is already 5 meters in radius. As Su Yun repeatedly jumped from the system space and the magma, half an hour passed. Not far away, the blue light is flourishing. A cyan light enveloped this area, and a cyan lotus flower was right in the center of the cyan light. Indifferent to the world, Qinglian's heart is on fire. Su Yun was ecstatic in his heart. With a perverted smile on his face, he hurriedly jumped towards the blue light. As Su Yun approached, he could clearly feel that the surrounding temperature was rising sharply. Su Yun jumped several times and came in front of Qinglian. Under the protection of the flame cover, Su Yun entered it. I don't know if it's because the Typhoon's Eye has the smallest wind speed. After entering Qinglian, the surrounding temperature dropped instead. Su Yun looked at the cyan lotus not far away. The heat in his eyes was undisguised. The strange fire that he had been looking for a long time appeared in front of his eyes at this time, but it made him feel a little unreal and dreamy. Su Yun suppressed the throbbing in his heart, and slowly approached the blue lotus. Qinglian Earth Heart Fire, ranked 19th on the list of different fires, was conceived in the depths of the earth, and has been tempered, fused, compressed, and modulated countless times by the fire of the earth. It takes 10 years to become a spirit, 100 years to form, and 1,000 years to become a lotus. At the time of great completion, its color is a green lotus with a cluster of green fire in its heart. It is called Qinglian, also known as Qinglian's heart fire. Closer, closer, when Su Yun was 5 meters away from Qinglian Dixinhuo, he stopped approaching. System, recover Qinglian Earth's heart fire and the lotus platform of Qinglian's Earth's heart fire together. Ding, the Qinglian underground fire and the Qinglian Earth center fire lotus platform were detected, and the recovery was successful. Thinking again, Su Yun came to the system space, put away the flame cover, and looked at the quiet lotus platform in the space. Su Yun grinned, jia jia jia. Su Yun relaxed and sat paralyzed in the system space. Now that things have entered the system space, there is only absorption left, and he can relax a little bit, crossing his legs and recovering his fighting spirit. Even with the help of the sky-defying effect of the system space, it still took him a lot of fighting spirit to reach the depths of the magma. Fighting chi returned to its full strength, and Su Yun returned to the sky above the magma after another half an hour with the flame cover on his head. Su Yun cast Xian Wing to rest above the magma, and took a few breaths. Back here, he recovered to the full strength of fighting spirit, and spent 7 or 88. Su Yun smiled wryly, but there was nothing he could do about it. In fact, this kind of place was simply not something he could come to as a little fighting spirit. It's not bad to get Qinglian's heart fire smoothly. It corresponds to the methodology. The future is bright, but the road is tortuous. Red ideas do not deceive me. Su Yunyuan turned a little battle energy in his body and flew towards the rock formation. Suddenly, a huge wave of battle energy came from above. Su Yun's face changed. Judging from the direction of this fluctuation, it was heading for him. Without any hesitation, Su Yun disappeared in place, returned to the system space, and stared at the situation outside. Just after Su Yun returned to the system space, only half a minute later, a graceful figure appeared in front of Su Yun's eyes. The woman who suddenly appeared was wearing a purple brocade robe. The delicate body wrapped in the brocade robe was exquisite and translucent, and her plump curves came into view, like a ripe peach. Fiery. It's just that Su Yun didn't care to appreciate this beautiful and charming body, but his heart was so shocked that he couldn't suppress the shock in his heart. I saw that under that Miamon's delicate body was actually a snake's tail. From the strength of fighting spirit and the delicate body of the person in front of him, the identity of this sinful woman is ready to be revealed. Queen Medusa. Why is she here? Su Yun couldn't help swallowing a mouthful of saliva, and his Adam's apple surged, but then Su Yun relaxed again. Now that he is staying in the system space, no matter how strong Medusa is, it is impossible to rush in. Thinking of this, Su Yun lay back without any image, really tired today. Not only did he go through a great battle, he traveled through the magma to find Qinglian's heart fire, and it was finally over. And a Medusa queen came out halfway. On the outside, Queen Medusa's beautiful brows were tightly locked together. The breath of the strange fire came from here. How could there be nothing? Queen Medusa spread her red fighting spirit wings, flew down from the rock formation, and looked at the traces around her. More and more sure of his conjecture, that's right, the traces left around this rock formation are indeed strange fires. It's just that where is this strange fire now? Su Yun, who had been paying attention to Queen Medusa in the system space, suddenly noticed a glass ball in her hand, narrowed his eyes, and seemed to think of something. Ask for a recommendation ticket. Ask for a monthly pass. Chapter 76 The Second Memory of the Pure Lotus Demon Saint, First Update. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The thing in her hand may be one of the backgrounds of the snake people. Yao Lao once mentioned that there was also a Queen Medusa who had successfully evolved in the Dou Qi Continent. Although her main body is not the 7-colored heaven-swallowing python, it is also a very powerful ancient beast called the 7-winged purple gold snake. Medusa was able to find this place. Maybe it was because of the method and treasure left by the Medusa queen, from the movement of Medusa looking at the glass ball in her hand from time to time. It is probably this thing. Su Yun squinted his eyes. Good guy, this is going to be troublesome. According to the original timeline, it would take at least a year for Medusa to find this place. Before, he used bone spirit cold fire and 3 kinds of beast fire to fuse into a Buddha's wrath lotus to deal with the double-headed fire spirit snake, but the glass ball sensed it. It was only by mistake that the time for Medusa to come here was brought forward. A lot. Su Yun suddenly felt troublesome. Su Yun made up his mind. The plan could not keep up with the changes after all. Who knew that Queen Medusa had this rare treasure in her hands? Shaking his head, there is only one plan now. Dog. That's right, it's a dog again, it's still a dog. Su Yun is used to being cautious. The food and water stored in the system space are enough for him to live for half a year. It's impossible for Medusa to stay here for half a year without leaving, right? You must know that this place is near Stone Desert City, a human city, and the border of the Jia Empire. Queen Medusa quietly came here alone, so it's okay to stay here for a short time, but if she summoned the snake people to search extensively or stay for a long time, the Jia Empire would not agree. However, he might not be able to get out in a short time. After all, he finally found the trace of the strange fire, and he would have to search it carefully himself. At this time, Su Yun thought of one thing: are Xiao Ding and Xiao Li who are still on the ground still alive? Thinking of this, Su Yun raised his eyebrows. A trace of sadness flashed across his face. Two brothers, if you unfortunately pass away, I will take care of your sister-in-law. Su Yun made a solemn promise in his heart, and then began to recover his fighting spirit. Just when Su Yun recovered his fighting spirit, Queen Medusa in the outside world is rather irritable. Damn it, why is there no movement? Medusa looked at the glass ball in her hand, her pretty brows furrowed into Sichuan characters. This object is called Yenyang Crystal Ball. It was left behind by Queen Medusa, the last member of their snake-human clan who was burned by different fires, evolved successfully, and broke the boundary of the Dou Huang. That senior was extremely powerful. After his evolution was successful, his cultivation was out of control. After decades of training, he became a Dou Zun strongman. If it hadn't been for the attack and killing of the 3 strong fighters of the human race at that time, he would have definitely led the snake people to the peak. The Yenyang crystal ball can perceive the fluctuation of the different fire within a certain range. When the different fire gets closer, the light inside the Yenyang crystal ball will be more dazzling. Queen Medusa rubbed her brows, looking at the crystal ball of Yenyang, which was still without any fluctuations. She didn't know what to do. The reason why the snake people were driven to the Tagore Desert by the human race in the first place was not only because of their lack of strength, but also because of this reason. At that time, the senior snake man had already sensed the existence of strange fire in the Tagore Desert through this treasure. After she became the queen, she searched for a long time, and basically determined her approximate location. Today, the Yenyang crystal ball shone brightly, and she was also overjoyed, and came to find it through the light. It's just that half an hour ago, this thing seemed to be broken, and the light inside completely disappeared. Queen Medusa now even suspects that the previous radiance was not an abnormality in the abnormal fire and a leak of breath, but a sign that this thing was about to break down. But the traces on this rock formation cannot be faked. Queen Medusa narrowed her eyes and looked at the magma below. Maybe the strange fire is hidden under the magma. The fluctuation of the previous induction may be due to the abnormal situation of the different fire, which rushed out of the magma and was sensed by the Yenyang crystal ball, but now, because of the abnormal fluctuation of the magma that rushed out of the previous fire, the strange fire consumed a lot of energy and was covered by the magma. So the Yenyang crystal ball did not respond at all. The more Queen Medusa thought about it, the more likely it was. Her tyrannical fighting spirit burst out suddenly, and she used her defensive fighting skills to wrap Miaoman's body and rush towards the magma. Su Yun, who had recovered his fighting spirit in the system space, frowned when he saw this scene. Although I don't know what that woman has imagined, but now seems like a good opportunity. Thinking of this, Su Yun shook his head again, suppressing the urge to escape here. Who knows when Queen Medusa will come back here? Although he can see the outside world with his eyes in the system space, his soul perception cannot reach the outside world through the space. There is no way to determine the position of Queen Medusa. It would be better to practice here for a while. Dog. Ah no, be steady. After a period of time, Su Yun recovered enough fighting energy in his body and took out 2 maps. It was the remnant picture of the Qinglian demon fire that was robbed, from Haibudong. Su Yun licked his tongue. This remnant picture is just a tasteless to others, but for him, the recovery function of the system is not covered. Extracting the memory of the Qinglian demon saint contained in these 2 residual pictures, he has half of the memory of the Qinglian demon saint. After thinking up to this point, Su Yun couldn't bear it anymore. System: recover the memory left by the demon Saint Qinglian in these two remnants. Ding, it was detected that the remnant soul of the demon Saint Qinglian is in a deep sleep state, the recovery condition is met, and the recovery was successful. The mechanical sound of the system was like the most beautiful sound in the world, echoing in Su Yun's mind. Su Yun quickly checked what was left in the memory of the demon Saint Qinglian. As a half-emperor who has lived to the limit, the demon Saint Qinglian has a huge memory, even if it is only a quarter of it. Su Yun can't finish it in a short time. Su Yun just looked at it. The martial arts and fighting skills contained in it, however, after a while, Su Yun's expression gradually became strange. On the ground, around the passage below, the mercenaries of the Modi mercenary group and the two brothers Xiao Ding and Xiao Li were lying in the desert, groaning in pain. Ah, damn it, Dou Qi transforms into wings. At least that woman from the Snakeman family is also a fighting king. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li supported each other and stood up. Xiao Ding gritted his teeth. Just now, they were guarding well at the entrance of the cave when a female snake man with fighting spirit and wings descended from the sky. They were desperate and ready to die, but the snake woman seemed very anxious and was in a hurry. He simply ignored them and did not intend to attack them, but even if they didn't make a deliberate move, just the fighting energy on the surface of their bodies shook them away in an instant, and they were powerless to resist. Chapter 77: The Sexy Scene, Second Update. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Hehe, I promise to risk my life and strictly guard against those who stick to it. I really didn't expect to break my promise like this. I don't know what's going on with Brother Zhang. Xiao Li smiled wryly. God knows, such a situation will arise. Xiao Ding also showed bitterness, and felt a little guilty in his heart. At this time, in the system space, there was a hint of greed that had never been seen in Su Yun's eyes. In the past, when the demon sage Qinglian was at his peak, he defeated the patriarch of the Soul Clan at that time, and made the patriarch of the Soul Clan at that time feel ashamed. Which has become a good story. It's just that no one knew the reason why the patriarch of the Soul Clan at that time was able to escape from the hands of the demon Saint Qinglian. It's not because of his strong strength that the Qinglian demon saint can only be defeated but not killed, but because he has paid for a set of secret methods that the Qinglian demon saint is interested in. This set of secret methods is exactly the set of secret methods of the Soul Palace that restrains the soul body and extracts the soul body to become the pure source of the soul. Moreover, after the long-term research of the demon sage Qinglian, not only a stronger and better method of restraining and refining souls has been developed, but even a corresponding method of mutual restraint. A weird and feasible idea took root in Su Yun's evil heart, and it grew wildly, out of control. Jia jia jia. For some reason, this weird laughter became more pure. Under the magma, Queen Medusa relied on her strong fighting spirit to walk through it recklessly, trying to find traces of the strange fire. The time spent in the magma was getting longer and longer, and Queen Medusa's vindictiveness was also rapidly depleting. Looking at the still motionless yin-yang crystal ball in her hand, Queen Medusa was a little out of breath. Take a long breath and resist the urge to crush this thing. Medusa still didn't give up and shuttled through the magma. After a long time, the battle chi in his body was exhausted. Frowning, she put the yin-yang crystal ball into the ring, and Medusa began to swim upwards. The topography of the magma below is so complicated, and without the two-headed fire spirit snake leading the way, it is impossible for her to find the original location of Qinglian's heart fire directly. In the original timeline, Queen Medusa should have also descended into magma, and she found it after several times of searching, or just grabbed the two-headed fire spirit snake and threatened it to lead the way. This is not known. When Queen Medusa was about to swim out of the magma, her face suddenly changed. Not good. Now the fighting energy in his body was basically exhausted. Even if he could swim out of the magma safely, he probably didn't have enough fighting energy to spread his fighting energy wings and fly to the rock formation. Queen Medusa gritted her teeth. There was no one else here anyway, so in order to preserve the battle chi that still had turned into wings in her body, Medusa withdrew all the battle chi that wrapped her delicate body. Under the action of the magma, the clothes on Medusa immediately melted. Because of the strong body of the monster, she didn't get burned too much after being in contact with the magma for a short time. But for a moment, Queen Medusa was overjoyed. Her fighting spirit circulated in her body. She accelerated her speed, rushed out of the magma in one go, transformed her fighting spirit into wings, and flew naked above the magma. Puff. The seductive and delicate body like white jade appeared in the air. After Su Yun saw it from the system space, bright red nosebleeds spewed out without struggling. Su Yun suddenly felt his mouth was dry and his stomach was hot, so he quickly took out a tissue and wiped his nosebleed. Medusa, as a Do Huang powerhouse, had such a precise grasp of her fighting energy. She flew to the entrance of the tunnel the moment her fighting energy was completely exhausted. Immediately, Queen Medusa breathed a sigh of relief. Looking at the magma below, he was a little annoyed. After spending so much effort, he couldn't find anything, and he was so embarrassed. Medusa looked at her body inside. Now that there was no fighting spirit in her body, she couldn't take out the clothes from the ring at all. Reluctantly, he closed his eyes and practiced the exercises, and began to recover his fighting spirit. In the system space, Su Yun's eyes stared straight at the boss, and his eyes were about to fall out of their sockets. At this time, a warm feeling came out from the nose again. Su Yun finally came to his senses and took out another stack of tissues, after dealing with his embarrassment. Su Yun's heart became active. Judging from the current situation of Medusa, it should be exhausted in the magma. Is now an opportunity? At this thought, Su Yun shook his head again. I can still vividly remember the fight between the ice two-headed dog and the amethyst-winged lion king in the Warcraft Mountains. At that time, the fighting spirit of the ice two-headed dog was sealed by the amethyst-winged lion king, but with its powerful body alone, it was still able to fight against the amethyst-winged lion king for a long time. He is going out now. To put it bluntly, just to deliver food. As long as he wiped his nosebleeds, Queen Medusa's recovery of fighting spirit was enough for her to display her main body, the purple serpent flame snake. This is an almost instinctive ability of Warcraft, and it doesn't require much fighting spirit. Su Yun looked at Bone Spirit Linghua and Qinglian Dixinhuo in the system space, using these two different fires to cast the Buddha's Wrath Fire Lotus. Let alone, it is really possible to directly blow up Medusa to death, but he's probably in trouble too. The Buddha's Wrath Fire Lotus that could blow up Do Huang was not comparable to the previous one. The power of the explosion is very likely to blow this place down. At that time, he will really say that every day should not be done, and the earth will not work. The jump through the system space and the outside world cannot go out. He has tried this thing a long time ago, and it can only jump in the liquid and gaseous space. Su Yun didn't look at Queen Medusa again. After all, there was no one to extinguish the fire here. It feels too embarrassing for the traveler to cool it with the thumb mushroom. Su Yun looked at Qinglian's heart fire in the system space, and his eyes were filled with fire. Apart from practicing now, I'm afraid he can only refine this strange fire. As for refining Qinglian's heart fire, after going out, will it be sensed by Queen Medusa's glass ball? Su Yun has already thought of a way. Before obtaining the second memory of the demon Saint Qinglian, he really could only wait to find a place far away from the Great Tagore Desert after going out, and then refine Qinglian's heart fire. After all, after coming out of the system space, most of them will be sensed. He didn't dare to gamble on whether the high-level Phantom Jew has such a strong ability to hide the breath, and whether it can block the perception of that glass ball, but it's different now. The Qinglian demon saint is famous for his Qinglian demon fire, so he naturally has a lot of research on different fires. In his spare time in his later years, he created a secret method of restraining breath, which was specially used to hide the breath of the strange fire. It can only be said that if there is indeed enough leisure, he is invincible, and this secret method is of no use to him at all. The division of secret techniques and fighting skills is different. There is no distinction between mysterious rank and earth rank, and because it only has the function of storing the breath of strange fire, the level of magic core consumed is very low. System, integrate Flame Jew with me. Ding, a fusion solution has been detected, and a fourth-order magic core needs to be consumed. May I ask if you want to fuse? Fusion. Point one of the fourth-order magic cores in the system space disappeared, replaced by a stream of mysterious information that drilled into Su Yun's mind. The third update will be posted in the afternoon. Chapter 78 Refining Qinglian Earth Heart Fire, third update. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After a while, Su Yun completely digested the information in his mind. Taking a long breath, he came to Qinglian Dixinhuo. Qinglian stayed in the space quietly, beautifully. Su Yun placed all the things needed to refine Qinglian's heart fire not far away. Blood Lotus Pill, Ice Spirit Cold Spring, Na Ling. To be on the safe side, Su Yun began to search for the body training fighting skills in his mind. Refining different fires will inevitably encounter unimaginable pain for ordinary people, and the physical body can be stronger. Although he has a reserve of magic core, he can't practice body training fighting skills above the ground level. However, having a few more high-ranking students of the Xian class can also play a little role. He is a person who cherishes his life very much, and the success rate can be higher, yes. Vajra Arhat Body, Fusion. Lion Tiger Body Training Method, Fusion. Dragon Elephant Exercise, Fusion. Under Su Yun's one-pass operation, Su Yun also fused 3 advanced body training fighting skills of the Xian level. Feeling the abundant strength in his whole body, Su Yun finally felt a sense of confidence in his restless heart. A high-level mysterious level fighting skill can make his body comparable to a 4th-level monster. Now that he has 4 kinds of monsters on his body, his physical body can be compared to a 5th-level monster at the worst, right? Su Yun took a long breath, rested for a while, and adjusted his state to the peak fight. He grabbed the Blood Lotus pill and swallowed it in one gulp. The Blood Lotus pill entered the body, exuding a chilly energy, which spread among the meridians and bones. After a while, Su Yun's whole body was covered with blood-red horny layer, like a set of blood-red armor. Su Yun unfolded his internal vision ability, and nodded at the meridians and internal organs tightly sealed by blood-red horniness. He stretched out his blood-red right hand, and grabbed Qinglian Dixinhuo, who was waiting in the center of the Cyan Lotus platform. The cyan flame has a terrifying temperature, and ordinary people dare not approach it at all. Under the protection of the blood-red keratin formed by the Blood Lotus pill, Su Yun's right hand passed through the creepy blue fire, with a clear goal, and stretched out to the tinder of the green lotus fire. The moment Su Yun's right hand touched Qinglian's heart fire, the blood-red cuticle on his hand melted rapidly. Su Yun's face changed, but the movements of his hands did not hesitate. Instead, he sped up his speed and reached for the fire. Although the blood-red keratin was quickly melted by Qinglian's heart fire, a new layer of blood-red keratin would appear on Su Yun's right hand when it melted, and it would fight tenaciously with Qinglian's heart fire. Seeing that the effect of the Blood Lotus pill in his body has not been fully exerted, and there is still energy left, Su Yun raised his heart and relaxed a little. Putting his mind completely on his right hand, finally, a wisp of blue magma-like liquid was caught by Su Yun's hand. Looking at the thing in his hand, Su Yun understood that this thing is the kindling seed of Qinglian's heart fire. Taking a deep breath, Su Yun swallowed the fire in one gulp. Tong, it hurts too much. Su Yun clenched his teeth and sank his mind into his body. The tinder of Qinglian's earth heart fire flows in Su Yun's meridians, emitting blue flames, and the terrifying temperature is burning his meridians. However, the meridians are protected by blood-red horny, and the medicinal power of the Blood Lotus pill is still exerting continuously, so his meridians will not be burned through instantly. A trace of pain flashed across Su Yun's face, and he immediately took the Bingling Hanquan in his hand and swallowed it into his stomach. The icy cold current passing through the meridians offset the temperature of Qinglian's earth heart fire, making Su Yun feel better. Without stopping, the Blood Lotus pill and Bingling Hanquan could only compete with Qinglian's earth heart fire for a short time. After a long time, he would be vaporized by this terrifying temperature. Frantically mobilizing the Dou Qi in his body, he swept away towards the tinder of Qinglian's heart fire without any money. Under the mobilization of Su Yun's Dou Qi, the kindling of Qinglian's earth heart fire slowly followed the Dou Qi, moving towards the running route of Fenhan Ju. During the whole process, Su Yun endured inhuman pain. With the passage of time, even though his meridians were protected by the double protection of the Blood Lotus pill and the Ice Spirit Cold Spring, cracks had already begun to appear, becoming thousands of holes. What's worse, the efficacy of the Blood Lotus pill and the Ice Spirit Cold Spring are almost exhausted. A trace of ferocity flashed across Su Yun's face. Soon, he will be able to complete a big cycle in no time. Relying on his terrifying perseverance, Su Yun finally took the tinder of the Qinglian earth heart fire and followed the Fenhan Ju to complete a big cycle before the Blood Lotus pill and Ice Spirit Cold Spring were exhausted. It was at this time that the tinder of Qinglian's earth's heart fire seemed to settle down, and began to restrain the Qinglian's earth's heart fire that was scurrying in Su Yun's meridians, and completely hid its own temperature in the fire. Seeing this, Su Yun heaved a Sigh of relief, picked up the Naoling beside him, wrapped it in fighting energy, and circulated it in the meridians. The next step is to collect the tinder of Qinglian's heart fire into nailing. Su Yun looked inside the body. Naoling was waiting for orders in the meridians, and Qinglian's heart fire hadn't felt any danger yet, and was still waiting quietly in Su Yun's meridians. Su Yun drew battle energy from his dantian, surged through his meridians, and wrapped Naoling. Feeling the swelling of the meridians near nailing, Su Yun knew that it had reached its limit. If more Dou Qi is instilled, this meridian may not be able to bear it. The Dou Qi that was ready to go gushed out immediately, and rushed towards Qinglian's heart fire with Naoling. The tinder is alive, and seems to sense a hint of danger. The moment Naoling approaches it, he wants to escape. However, due to intentional calculations or unintentional calculations, the tinder of Qinglian's heart fire still could not escape. Spirituality does not mean spiritual wisdom, otherwise Qinglian's heart fire would not have been absorbed into the system space by Su Yun so smoothly. Naoling's speed was extremely fast, and the fire was swallowed by Naoling before he could react. Joy finally flashed in Su Yun's eyes, and Naoling was wrapped in grudge and transported to Dantian. Looking at Naoling, who was quietly waiting in the Dantian, Su Yun could no longer suppress his ecstasy. Ha ha ha. Phlegm is stuck, cough cough. Su Yun coughed, took out some pills for treating internal injuries and meridians, and began to heal his injuries. The process of Su Yun refining Qinglian's heart fire didn't seem to be long, but in fact, more than half a day has passed. At this time, Queen Medusa's grudge has fully recovered from the outside world. He took out a set of luxurious brocade robes from the ring and put them on. Looking at the still motionless yin-yang crystal ball, Medusa's face flashed a trace of irritability. Putting the yin-yang crystal ball into the ring, Queen Medusa rushed to the ground. When she came down, there was a group of humans at the entrance of the cave. Maybe they would know something. Moreover, just now she sensed a familiar aura on the ground. A sneer flashed across the corner of Queen Medusa's mouth. The old thing came quite quickly. The Dou Huang's speed was so fast, within half a minute, the figure of Queen Medusa appeared on the ground. Snort. Sure enough, an old man in a hemp robe was waiting at the entrance of the cave, and those humans were staying not far away before. Thanks for a candy in the middle of the night, very sweet reward of 100 reading coins. Chapter 79 Interrogation, First Update. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The aura of the two of them exploded at the same time, pressing towards each other, setting off waves of sand. A group of people from the Modi mercenary group who stayed not far away were crushed to the ground by the aftermath. A trace of fear flashed in Xiao Ding's eyes, and at the same time, he also understood the identity of the strong man of the Snake Man clan, Queen Medusa. A charming snake girl who can fight against the guardians of the overweight empire. Who else could be other than Queen Medusa? At the same time, Xiao Ding became more worried about Su Yun's situation. Medusa and Jia Xingtian confronted each other for a long time, and finally the two breathed away. Queen Medusa, you have crossed the line. A trace of gloom flashed across Jia Xingtian's calm face. He had sensed Queen Medusa's presence at the border before, so he rushed over immediately. Humph, old guy, are you asking for a beating? A sneer appeared on Queen Medusa's charming face. Jia Xingtian's complexion changed, but the grudge on his body began to rise. As the Dou Huang peak powerhouse, even if his strength is not as good as Queen Medusa, he will definitely be able to retreat unscathed. Queen Medusa snorted again. Okay, don't be like a frightened kitten, blowing its fur at a word. Jia Xingtian's face was ugly. Looking around the entire Jiama Empire, anyone who dared to compare Jia Xingtian to a kitten, that's the Medusa in front of me. But he didn't say anything. The grudge in his body returned to calm, but the guard in his eyes did not diminish. From this sentence, he also understood Queen Medusa's attitude. She had no intention of going to war. Since that's the case, it's better for Queen Medusa to return to the hinterland of the Tagore Desert as soon as possible. You can't help but wait on the border of the Jiama Empire. Jia Xingtian looked calm, and did not take Medusa's insulting words to heart. As an old monster who is nearly 100 years old, he is very good at nourishing his energy, and he will not be irritated by these words. Queen Medusa looked indifferent, and the majesty of the queen exuded at this moment. If you want me to go back, you can give those humans to me. Queen Medusa pointed to the Desert Iron mercenary group not far away. Hearing this, the expressions of Xiao Ding, Xiao Li, and the others changed drastically, with unconcealable fear appearing in their expressions. Jia Xingtian frowned. No. Normally, the Snake People clan and the Jiaoma Empire often had conflicts. The Snake People clan slaughtered caravans, and it was not uncommon for the Snake People to buy and sell Snake People. He usually doesn't have that much energy to take care of these small things, but asking someone in front of him is impossible. He and Queen Medusa represent the Gaga Empire and the Snakeman clan respectively, and their nature is completely different from those skirmishes. One step back, one step back, cut 5 cities today and 10 cities tomorrow, and then have to sleep overnight. Starting to look at the 4 realms, and Qin Bing came to an end. Today Medusa wants Dou Shi and Dou Zhi in front of him, but tomorrow will she ask for Dou Shi and Dou Ling? In order to increase the size of the empire, he can lose face, but he cannot back down. Queen Medusa frowned, and understood what her request meant, so she took a slight step back. It's okay if people don't give it to me, but now I want to ask a few questions. Adding punishment to the world consciousness wants to refuse. At this time, Queen Medusa's icy voice sounded. Old man, don't be shameless. Hearing this, Jia Xingtian pondered for a while, and seemed to have made a decision. With a slight wave of his right hand, the fighting spirit in his body swayed. Huge fighting energy condensed under the feet of Xiao Ding, Xiao Li, and others, and the original fine sand turned into hard clods. Under the blessing of Jia Xingtian's fighting spirit, he flew towards him. Shock flashed across the eyes of Xiao Ding, Xiao Li, and the others. The Dou Huang powerhouse is so terrifying. Putting them next to him, Jia Xingtian's voice was gentle with a hint of majesty in a high position. Don't be afraid, just answer a few questions and you can go. Xiao Ding swallowed, and as the head of the Modi mercenary group, he took a step forward. Yes, thank you sir. Jia Xingtian nodded. Xiao Ding looked in the direction of Queen Medusa, but he didn't dare to meet her eyes. He just looked at the yellow sand all over the sky. Queen Medusa glanced at Jia Xingtian, and a cold voice sounded. Why did you gather around this hole just now? The thoughts in Xiao Ding's mind were spinning rapidly. In terms of strength, he can't compare with his second brother, and in terms of talent, he can't compare with Xiao Yan, but he is definitely the smartest one. It is the think tank of the entire Desert Iron mercenary group. She didn't get what she wanted. Through this simple question, Xiao Ding got this information. If Queen Medusa had already got the things, let alone questioning, they might have already flown away. Did she meet Brother Zhang? Explain. At this time, Queen Medusa saw that Xiao Ding would not speak for a long time, and pressed her momentum towards him with a cold voice. Jia Xingtian frowned, and waved his hand to break up Queen Medusa's aura. Xiao Ding came back to his senses and prepared a complete answer. Someone from our Modi mercenary regiment discovered that the entrance of this cave was somewhat collapsed, so they thought there was some treasure. I gathered all my brothers and dug it up. You came here before you could get in. Xiao Ding looked terrified, and said to Queen Medusa. It is not certain whether Brother Zhang met Queen Medusa or not. You can't expose yourself and other people to have a relationship with him. If they didn't meet each other and exposed their relationship, Queen Medusa would know about Brother Zhang's existence. Regardless of Jia Xingtian's presence, if she went down to search, Brother Zhang would be in danger, and if they meet and expose their relationship, Queen Medusa may suspect herself and others, and hide the treasure, and she will be in danger waiting for others. In either case, he just had to pretend he didn't know anything. Why did it take so long to answer? Are you trying to lie to me? Explain. Queen Medusa's voice was cold, and her eyes were fixed on Xiao Ding. Xiao Ding's brain flashed, and he smiled wryly. Her lady queen just joked. I am such an ant with only Dou Qi cultivation. My legs are trembling in front of you. How can I speak immediately? Queen Medusa narrowed her winking eyes and did not doubt Xiao Ding's words. Not to mention human beings, even the ordinary people of their Snake Man clan were too nervous to speak in front of her. Queen Medusa asked a few more questions, but Xiao Ding's words were impeccable, and he insisted on not revealing any information. Seeing that there was nothing useful to ask, Queen Medusa snorted coldly, spread her fighting spirit behind her back, and flew to the depths of the Tagore Desert. Seeing Queen Medusa leave, Xiao Ding heaved a sigh of relief. With his mind relaxed, he was about to fall backwards. Fortunately, Xiao Li supported him from behind. so he didn't fall to the ground. Under the stare and oppression of a Dou Huang, it would be hard for him to hide the information without leaking. Jia Xingtian on the side looked at the hole in front of him, pondered for a while, and asked the two of them. Did you really go down? Queen Medusa is gone, you don't have to worry, tell the truth. Chapter 85 Star Fighting Spirit, Evolution of Kung Fu, Second Update. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Xiao Ding smiled wryly and said sincerely. Yao Lao, I didn't lie just now, we really never went down. Xiaoli who supported Xiao Ding also nodded, they did not lie, it was Brother Zhang who went in, not them. Jia Xingtian nodded, but he just asked casually, what is Queen Medusa looking for? Jia Xingtian turned his gaze to the hole in front of him again, with a decision in his heart. He jumped down in a flash. Xiao Ding and Xiaoli looked at each other. Xiaoli was about to say something, but was stopped by Xiao Ding's eyes. Xiaoli was startled and reacted. After years of vindictiveness, Dou Huang's eyesight and hearing are extremely strong. Say something that shouldn't be said now. If Jia Xingtian hasn't gone far, maybe he will be heard. On the other side, Jia Xingtian passed through the passage below, spread his fighting spirit and flew to the sky above the magma, frowning. There is nothing but endless magma. Feeling the heat here, Jia Xingtian gave up his plan to continue exploring. Queen Medusa returned without success, and he didn't have to waste time. Shaking his head, he returned to the ground, ignored the Modi mercenary group, and flew directly back to the Jia Empire. The royal family of the overweight empire is weak, there is not even a fighting king. And the old man is seriously injured. If there is no major event, he will usually stay in the imperial capital. Now that he has been out for a long time, he must rush back to the imperial capital to sit in charge. There is also a reason for giving up exploring magma. After seeing Jia Xingtian leave, Xiao Ding finally felt relieved. At this time, in the system space, Su Yun watched all the actions of Jia Xingtian. With a frown, Jia Xingtian came over, and Queen Medusa must have left. Su Yun didn't go out hastily, and stayed in the system space as before. After 3 days and 3 nights of treatment, Su Yun's injuries healed and his aura became stronger. Although refining Qinglian's heart fire is extremely painful, it also has many benefits. After being tempered by different fires, his aptitude has improved further, and at the same time, the capacity of battle energy in his body has increased a lot, and his physical body and meridians have also become stronger after being destroyed and reshaped. Su Yun put his mind on the Dantian, guided Qinglian's heart fire out, operated Fenhanju, and began to evolve the cultivation technique. In an instant, Su Yun's whole body was filled with green flames. After half a day of suffering, finally, Fenhanju successfully swallowed Qinglian's heart fire. Rerunning the exercises, Fenhanju has a few more meridians to run. Earth-level low-level exercise Fenhanju. At the same time, a huge amount of energy surged through the meridians. Su Yun ran Fenhanju and began to refine it. Another 2 hours passed. The aura on Su Yun's body skyrocketed. 5-star fighting spirit. Devouring this huge energy, he raised his 4-star strength in one go. Feeling the fighting energy in his body, Su Yun's face flashed with satisfaction. Did not go out immediately. The situation outside is still unclear. Dog. In this way, Su Yun practiced in the system space for 2 months. No one has entered the hole above the magma for the past 2 months, so it should be safe. Su Yun unfolded the purple cloud wings in the system space, and then activated the phantom art and the condensing flame art, and then quietly appeared in the outside world. Coming to the sky above the magma, a fiery breath rushed over. Su Yun unfolded his soul perception. Nobody. Su Yun squinted his eyes and approached the passage. Cautiously, showing old Gubi's demeanor to the fullest. After a while, Su Yunfei went to the outside world. Nothing happened. Su Yun felt at ease, and didn't feel that what he just did was useless. In this cannibalistic world, one cannot be too vigilant. Su Yun rushed to the Modi mercenary group. After all, they are the famous supporting roles, and they are also Xiao Yan's 2 elder brothers. Shortly after Medusa went out, Jia Xingtian appeared, and the 2 people might have been rescued. When Su Yun came to the Modi mercenary group, after a search, in a courtyard, Xiao Ding and Xiao Li were training against each other. Withdraw the phantom Jew, revealing the figure. The 2 captains. Hearing this, the 2 brothers of the Xiao family looked over and were overjoyed. Brother Zhang, The three went to a hidden room. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li explained what happened on the ground after Su Yun entered, and Su Yun also protected himself with the secret treasure of the teacher's sect, and was not discovered by the two fighting emperors. After that, he searched for the treasure underground for 2 months, and the reason why he came out later, fooled the things that stayed underneath for a long time. After some conversation, Su Yun took out 2 rolls of parchment. One is a middle-level profound-level kung fu method, and the other is a low-level fighting skill of the mysterious level. He didn't like these 2 things, but as the reward for the 2 brothers of the Xiao family, it was more than enough. After being polite for a while, Su Yun left. After Su Yun left, Xiao Li took the scroll in his hand and couldn't put it down. This is a lightning attribute profound middle-level exercise, which is just right for him. Okay, look at you, hurry up and put it away. Xiao Ding scolded with a smile. Hey. Hearing this, Xiao Ding chuckled and changed the subject. Brother, you said how powerful the treasure Brother Zhang is looking for is that he even provoked Queen Medusa. Xiao Ding shook his head and said to Xiao Li. How could a little dosher like me know? Since Brother Zhang doesn't want to tell us, it's better for us not to know. If we know too much, it's easy to cause death. Su Yun followed the desert map given by Hai Budong to the hinterland of the desert. After staying for 7 days, he finally found the sand mandala he wanted. Su Yun used Ziyun Wing to start his return journey, intending to go directly to Stone Desert City. In fact, he still has some regrets. Qinglian, the owner of the Jade Snake 3Hua pupil, he still hasn't met. Before, he also asked the 2 brothers of the Xiao family to help him pay more attention. When he went to the Modi mercenary group, he also asked, but there was no news at all. Su Yun shook his head. What a pity. After a while, Su Yunfei arrived near Stone Desert City, put away Ziyun Wings, revealed his figure, and entered the city. After entering the city, Su Yun went directly to Haibudong's map shop. On the way, suddenly, the mechanical sound of the system suddenly sounded. Ding! It is detected that the host has contacted enough people of great luck. The system meets the upgrade conditions, and is being upgraded for 1 day. During this time, all functions of the system are turned off. Please forgive the host. Stay tuned. System version 2.0. Su Yun was taken aback by the voice that appeared in his mind. There was a trace of strangeness in his expression. In the first aspect, he was already prepared for the system upgrade, and had guessed it before. And the second aspect, Su Yun looked around. In his opinion, the system should be upgraded immediately when he comes into contact with enough so-called people with great luck. Just like meeting Xiao Yan and Xiao Suner before, it will be turned on immediately after contact, without delay. So, here comes the question, who will be the person of great luck appearing around here?